Okay, so we're going to take a look at our second on-shape assignment. My phone was ringing, so delete that. We're going to take a look at our second on-shape assignment, and we're going to be doing this assignment right here. It's basically a block that has a trench cut out of it, and then there's a window cut out of either side. So it ends up looking like a square letter U. It says that the size of this thing, the overall size, is a 2-inch square, meaning it's 2 inches tall, 2 inches wide, and the whole thing is 3.5 inches long. It says that the bottom and the ends are 0.5 thick, so the thickness of the material is 0.5, and these holes are a 1 inch by 1 inch hole, and it says that they are centered on the upper portion of the wall. So that's centered between the top edge and this edge here, not including the bottom thickness. So we're going to draw this in on shape. We just need to remember the sizes, or look back at your assignment sheet here. Let's go to our on shape page, create document. This is going to be called well, the figure itself is figure 6-42. We should probably call it that. So 6-42, create a public document. And I'm going to start on the, let's see, I'll start on the front view, I guess. And I'm going to go to the front view. I'm going to create a sketch of a rectangle, and I know it's got to be 2 inches tall and 3.5 long. So dimension, this one, 3.5, and the height is 2. All right, so check mark that we are done with our sketch. It's black, so that means it's been totally defined. Check mark. And we are going to take this sketch right here, which is this piece, and extrude it. The length of the extrusion is going to be 2 inches because it's a 2 inch by 2 inch. So I'm going to go 2 inches here. We're adding new, so check mark. And if I hold the right mouse click key down and pull this way, you can see that I now have a 2 inch by 2 inch by 3.5 inch, basically a brick that we've created, and I'm going to check mark that this is good. Good. Now I'm going to cut this trench out of this face, so I'm going to click on this side and go over here to the front view, and I am going to do a sketch, and I'm going to create a rectangle, and I'm just going to start up here on the top and just kind of bring it down like this, and we need to dimension this. Now I know that the thickness of my edges is 0.5. So I'm going to go dimension from this line over to this line. This is equal to 0.5. And I know the same is true on this side. From here to here is 0.5. And the same is true down at the bottom. From here to here is 0.5. All right, everything is black, so it has been fully defined, and I'm going to cut this rectangle straight out. So my sketch is done, check mark. So I'm going to take this sketch. I can either click on it here on the face, or I can go over here and click on it, and I'm going to go extrude. This time I'm going to remove, so I click right here, and instead of it only going in one end, I'm just going to say I want to extrude through all, just cut it the whole way through, check mark, use my right mouse key, and you'll see that I have that now. Now I'm going to work on this face. So I'm going to turn to the right side view, and I'm going to cut the window, and I'm going to do the window through both of these at the same time. I'm going to draw it here and cut it through at the same time. So let's do a sketch. And again, this is just a rectangle. It's going to be on the upper portion here. And I know that the size of the rectangle, it says it's a 1 by 1. So let me give the size here. I know that this is 1 inch. And I know that this is 1 inch. So with that, now I've got a dimension, but notice that it's still blue. It's still not fully defined. Well, because I haven't told the drawing where I want this rectangle to be. So if I look back at the assignment, I know that the length is 2 inches and the size of the window is 1 inch. That means there's got to be a 0.5 and a 0.5 on either side, because 2 minus 1 is 1. 1 divided by 2 is 0.5. And then this way, from here to here is only 1.5. The top portion is only 1.5. So I'm subtracting a 1 inch out of a 1.5. That leaves me with 0.25 above and below on the vertical. So I'm going to say that with my measurement from here to here is only 0.25. And from here to here is 0.5. And I don't even need to do this other one, because if this is 0.5 and this is 1 inch, this has got to be 0.5, right? Because the whole thing was 2. So notice it's black, so it's fully defined. And I check mark that it's fully defined. I now am going to click on either sketch 3 down here or put my mouse right in the sketch here, click, and I want to say it's going to be a remove, and I'm going to go, instead of it being a blind cut, I'm going through all. And I'm going to move my mouse, use my right mouse click and pull so I can see that it's going through the whole thing. Check mark, yes, that's what I want. So there's my object. It is done. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to create a piece of paper to put this on. So I go down to the plus sign down here at the bottom, and I want to create a drawing. And I'm just going to take this first one that pops up. That's totally fine. It gives me a title block. This is the part that I want. So I click on this part, come down here. It should say front view right here. I want the front view. I click to place it. I'm going to go straight above it. Click to drop it off. I have to click on the front view again to project out my right side view. That one's good. I click on the front view again to get the isometric view. And we may have to move things around after we do this. So I'm just going to place this like right here. Good. Now let's see if we can move these. I'm sure we can somewhere. Let's say we can move them. Move to sheet. No. Oh yeah, we just. But in doing so, okay, it did slide everything. Watch, when I move this over, everything adjusts with it. So that's good. So now just make sure you've got enough room for everything. I'm going to slide this over a little bit. Good. We do have to dimension. So I want to put in, I want to also include my hidden lines. So I right mouse click, go show hidden lines. Right mouse click, show hidden lines. Right mouse click, show hidden lines. And then we're going to throw in the dimensions as well. So I start with the small. And then go with the long. I want the overall. I want the width. I want the thickness. So I'm going to go here to here. And I need to show where the location of the hole is located. So I'm going to go here to here, and here to here. And let's see, here to here. And here. I don't know why I put in at 009, because we made a square out of it, so it should be. We can delete that. Yep. So I think we've got everything. We've got the overall height. No, we don't have the overall height, so we need to include the overall height. Forgot about that. Okay, now we have the overall height, we have the overall width, we have the overall length, we have the thickness of the both ends, we have the size of the window, we have the thickness of the bottom, and we have the location of the window. So from this corner we go over 0.5 and down 0.25, and there's the location. Now we just have to fill in the title block, and I am going to turn off my dimensioning. I'm just going to take my name and move it over. I'm going to stretch out the size of my name. I am going to highlight my name. I'm going to try to highlight my name and change the font size. And check mark. Maybe put it right in the middle so it looks a little more professional. And this is, we'll just double click in here. This is what was it, 6-42? Probably say figure 6-42. This is 1 of 1. Make sure that it looks decent in here. Yep, sheet 1 of 1. That looks fine. And now this is what I would save, and this is what I would hand in. Okay. So make sure it is in this order: front, top, right, side view. Make sure you have your isometric view, and make sure everything is dimensioned. Okay. I hope that was easy enough for you.